si brilla, si spicca il nome. La passione scintilla per chi vede col cuore ogni sfida è un'opportunità. Nel campo della vita siamo una comunità. Speak, siamo qui per dimostrare che il coraggio non conosce limiti, possiamo volare. Goalball, il calcio a 5 giù le show, la vittoria ci distingue. Da Cicci arriva la missione importante, gestire e sviluppare un futuro brillante. Ogni atleta un eroe, con il cuore che batte forte. In ogni disciplina apriamo nuove porte. Speak, siamo qui per dimostrare che il coraggio non conosce limiti, possiamo volare.
Now, please stand for the playing of the national anthem of Greece. Now, the national anthem of Portugal. Now, let's welcome the players of Greece. Wearing number 8, Grigorios Tatsis. Wearing number 2, Athanasios Katsipantou. Wearing number 1, Ioannis Skrumpoutis. Wearing number 7, Adriano Bezzani. Wearing number 9, Charalampos Kordakis. Wearing number 5, Socrates Dingolis. The coach, Melpomeni Kesanopoulou. The assistant coach, Christoforo Tsisopoulos. The staff, Ioannis Makos. Now let's welcome the members of Portugal. Wearing number 5, João Mota. Wearing number 3, Fabio Oliveira. Wearing number 2, Alexandre Almeida. Wearing number 6, João Macedo. Wearing number 7, Fabio Barbosa. Wearing number 1, Felipe Battista. The coach, Marcia Ferreira. The assistant coach, Alexandre Diaz. The staff, Catarina Teixeira. And now let's welcome the referees, Valent Benko and Alexander Knecht. Good luck to the teams.
È sparito? E qua? Che ci sta il computer? Come va? Quello di qua? Lo fa. Qua? No, è qua. Sì, perché questo qua fa... Qua no. Near Pedro. What? For you. Prova.
Do you hear me?
Va meglio? E allora c'è... only have for comment.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the broadcast, and hopefully the sound is much better now, because we got some reports that we had some issues with the sound, but hopefully it's no issues at all now. Um, the game now we are waiting for is between Portugal and Greece, and a very exciting game here. We had Portugal, who had a little bit of a surprise loss against Denmark in the previous game. I think they didn't count on that, so it's a must-win game for this game against Greece. And Greece, who has been like a winning machine so far, winning every single game with very little resistance so far. And they start with the same three players as they have done so far in the starting lineups. But before that, I go through the entire team, and it's number 8 Gregorios Tatsis, number 2 Antanasios Hatsipantu, number 1 Idanis Skormpoutis, number 7 Adriano Bejani, number 9 Karlampos Kordakis, and number 5 Socrates Dingolis. And the coach for the team from Greece is Melponi Kespanopoul, and the team for Portugal we have number 5 João Mota de Sousa, number 3 Fabio Oliveira, number 2 Alexandro Almeida, number 6 João Macedo, number 7 Fabio Barbosa, and the number 1 Felipe Baptista. The coach for Portugal is Marcia Ferreira. And the starting lineups for Greece we have number 2 Hatsipantu on the left wing, number 7 Bejani on the center, and number 1 Skormpoutis on the right wing. For Portugal we have the best of them for that team. We have number 5 João Moata on the right wing, number 6 Macedo on the center, and number 3 Oliveira on the left wing. And we will have Portugal have the first throw of the game, and Portugal is playing in red jerseys with yellow numbers, and Greece is playing with blue jerseys and white numbers. And we have a lot of support for you, from you guys, the viewers, and we have spectators all the way from Brazil. Douglas Andre Martin says hello from Brazil. Forza Rapace from Duarte, BC. And Vasil says let's go Greece. And this is going to be a very exciting game, because a win for Greece here, and they certify themselves as the clear number 1, and they have already played 13-6 against Italy, 13-3 against Spain, and 10-2 against Denmark. So this is their final game in this group for Portugal. They have played 4-7 against Denmark in the previous game. Before that they played against, let's see here, they won their first game. I just don't remember who they played against. Sorry about that. And Balint Benko now throws the ball to Portugal to get the first throw, and it's Oliveira on the left hand side. Goes to the pocket, but a very nice defense there by Bejani. Now Skorputis on the right hand side with a bounce down the line and out. Joao Mota on the right hand side goes cross court and blocked by Skorputis, and the ball goes back over to Portugal. Oliveira on the left hand side goes in about 2 meters into the court, goes down the line up in the air, and Skorputis just pushes it out. Skorputis hands the ball over to Hatsipantu, who collects the ball on the right hand side, goes over to the left hand side, passes Macedo and blocked by Oliveira behind him. Joao Mata on the right hand side goes to the cross court but blocked by Skorputis. Skorputis on the left hand side goes for a bounce to Macedo, and Macedo hands the ball over to Oliveira on the left hand side. And a very, very beautiful goal there from Macedo from the left hand side. Just finds the gap in between the left wing and the center, and from the ricochets from the arms of Vejani over Skorputis, and we have 1-0 for Portugal and a dream start for Portugal. And Joao Mota continues the onslaught, and we have 2-0 for Portugal in after 1.5 minutes, and this is the first time Greece is chasing the goals in this tournament. Let's see how they cope with that. Hatsipantu comes straight back after that one, goes around from the left hand side to the right hand side with a beautiful bounce that goes underneath the arms of Oliveira, and we have 1-2. Portugal is leading. This is a heavyweight fight between two very, very strong teams so far. Greece on the right. With a slower bounce, Oliveira now on the right hand side hands the ball over to Joao Mata, who scored 7 goals in 1 game yesterday. Hatsipantu on the left hand side. It's a good bounce effort, and ricochets from the hands of Macedo and goes out to the left hand side. And now Oliveira on the left with the awkward bounce, and the tape just flew off the hands of Oliveira there, so the ref had to take an official timeout to go and remove that. And Hatsipantu goes from left to right, now fires from right hand side, tries to copy the previous goal but just misses the target. Joao Mata on the right hand side, blocked by the legs of Bejani, passes the ball over to Hatsipantu on the left hand side, goes for the gap of the legs and just goes out to the right hand side. What a beautiful save there from Macedo, and Hatsipantu really makes Macedo work in the center. Oliveira gets the ball in the center, goes to the left hand side, goes down the line, but a beautiful save by the right wing Skorputis. Skorputis now with the bounce and collected by Oliveira. Passes the ball to João Mata, who goes from center to the left hand side, but blocked by Scomputis, and the ball goes over. Back to the hands of Portugal. Oliveira with an awkward throw there, but out. Hatsipantu collects the ball on the right hand side, goes over to the left hand side, goes cross court with a beautiful bounce, and Macedo really needs to work on that. 8:49 remaining. Portugal is leading 2 goals to 1. Skormputis on the right hand side. Goes with a high bounce. And the ball is in the hands of Oliveira on the left hand side. Goes for the gap, but good blockers there by Skormputis. Hatsipantu, and Portugal is doing really well on focusing on the left hand side of the court, which means that Hatsipantu needs to go over to the right hand side and collect the ball much more often than he would like to. João Mata on the right hand side goes down the line, but a good block is there by Hatsipantu. Skormputi collects the ball on the left hand side, sneaks over to the right hand side with a bounce to the gap, but Oliveira blocks. Goes to the sideline all the way to the post. Goes for the gap, and we have a beautiful goal for Oliveira. Finds a small gap between Bejani and Skormputi. His second goal of the game, the third one for Portugal. And Greece is in a new situation this tournament, which they have not been in so far. Down 3-1, and Portugal is leading. Skormputis on the right hand side. Goes for a bounce, and a good blocker by the upper body of Macedo. Oliveira from the left hand side hands the ball over to João Mata, and now from the left hand side fires out. Hatsipantu collects the ball on the right hand side, goes back to the left hand side. A very good throw, but good blocker there by João Mata. And now Oliveira on the left hand side goes down the line. A good blocker by Skormputi. Skormputis on the right hand side with a good bounce effort. And I think the cross shots on Macedo would be very effective because he's so quick towards the throw, and almost a ghost here from Oliveira. Passes both the center and the wing, and just blocked by Hatsipantu behind him. And now the ball goes back over to Greece after the throw. Skormputis on the right hand side. Goes to the center and blocked by Macedo. And Oliveira hands the ball over to João Mata on the right hand side with a good bounce effort, blocked by the center, Bejani. Hatsipantu now from center to center. Easy blockers there. João Mata from center goes to the post, but strong arms from Hatsipantu. Hatsipantu cross court bounce. I think that is one of the keys that Greece need to use against Portugal. Portugal now goes down the line and just wide. Skromputis on the right hand side. Blocked by Oliveira. Joao Mata on the right hand side. Goes to the center. Hatsipantu from center with a good bounce. And a beautiful, beautiful bounce there from center to the right hand side. And just passes Oliveira. And a beautiful shot there in between the arms of Oliveira. And we have second goal for Hatsipantu. The second for Greece. And what a chance there. Oliveira responds immediately, fires down the line, hits the post, and slowly rolls into the court. And Hatsipanta just said, "Easy, boys," picks it up, and then Mani takes a timeout just to cool down the boys. You can see the ball was going slowly over to the other side. And Oliveira is playing really, really good in the offense at the moment. 5:16 remaining, and I was a little surprised that it's so little time left. Time has flown by here. We have some comments here by Vasilis, who says the referees has to watch a little more for high balls from Portugal. Well, the referees has to watch high balls and long balls for both teams. Hatsipantu on the right hand side goes down the line again, but blocked this time. Oliveira hands the ball over to Joao Mata, who goes out to the right hand side and out. Skromputis collects the ball on the left hand side, goes over to the right hand side with a cross court effort bounce, and a good block is there by Joao Mata. Mata takes the ball and gives the ball to Oliveira, who goes over to the left hand side, goes down the line, and good block by Skromputis. And Skromputis has really been working hard throughout this first half so far. Hatsipantu collects the ball on the right hand side, goes over to the left hand side, goes for the gap, and just ricochets from the feet of Macedo. And Joao Mata collects, sneaks over to the left hand side, goes for the gap, and Skromputis is the wall himself. And Duarte BC says the second goal for Greece was clearly a long ball. I have to disagree, because you couldn't see the ball landing because the ref was on the field of use. You couldn't see where the ball actually landed, but it looked like a long ball, but you can't see where it landed. Not on the stream. Joao Mata on the right hand side, cross court bounce, just blocks out. Hatsipantu again collects the ball on the right hand side, goes back over all the way to the post on the left hand side, goes cross court, passes Macedo, but a beautiful save by the legs of Oliveira, and goes out to the left hand side. Goes for a bounce into the gap, but Skromputis is so solid in the defense. Cross court effort from Skromputis, but a easy blockage by Oliveira, and hands the ball over to Joao Mata, who goes for a bounce ball and blocked out by Hatsipantu. Hatsipantu on the left hand side goes cross court, and Macedo throws himself to the right hand side and just manages to keep his fingers and collect the ball. And we have the first timeout for Portugal in this game, and we have had one timeout for Greece with 3 minutes and 18 seconds remaining here of the first half. We have Portugal leading 3-2 against Greece, and both teams are playing really well, but Portugal, I believe, is managing the tactics just a little bit better than Greece so far. And you can see that on the way Hatsipanto has to go over to the right wing to collect the ball over and over and over again, which drains him from the energy in the game. Joao Mata, now after the timeout on the right hand side, goes down the line, and a beautiful save there by Hatsipanto. Hatsipanto on the left hand side goes down the line. Oh, what a beautiful goal there by Hatsipanto. Straight down the line, a beautiful bounce, and Joao Mata is just a little bit short on that one. And 3-3 with 3 minutes remaining. Skarmpoutis on the right hand side. Goes to the center but blocked. Joao Mata on the right hand side goes cross court and out. Skarmpoutis collects the ball on the right hand side, goes over to the left hand side. Cross court effort, and we have yet another goal by the goal machine Hatsipanto with his 4th goal of the game, and a beautiful cross court, but just a little bit of sloppy defense there from Oliveira, who mistimed it, and we have 4-3 for Greece, and they have turned it around. They were down, ladies and gentlemen, by 1-3, and now they're leading 4-3. Skarmpoutis on the right hand side. Katefina says good evening everyone. Thank you for your excellent description. It's a very exciting game so far. Well, thank you very much for the kind words. I'm doing my best. Joao Mata from center goes to the right hand side and just out. Hatsipanto collects the ball on the left hand side, hands the ball over to Skarmpoutis, who sneaks over to the right hand side. And from the right now, with a cross court bounce, and blocked by the legs of Joao Mata. Oliveira meets him in the middle, takes the ball and goes over to the left hand side, and a high bounce, but Bejani is perfect in the middle. And now we have Hatsipanto on the left hand side, and a quick reply by Joao Mata, but Hatsipanto says nope, the store is closed. Skarmpoutis collects the ball on the left hand side, goes over to the right hand side. Cross court bounce, and just blocked by the legs of, by the feet of Joao Mata. Oliveira collects the ball on the left hand side, goes right hand side, goes over to the left hand side, goes down the line, but Skarmpoutis, yet again, he has been so valuable for the Greek team, because Oliveira has had fantastic offensive capabilities so far in this game, but haven't had the success. And now Joao Mata on the right hand side with a very high ball, long ball, but it was on the correct side. High bounce, and a beautiful save by Bejani and Skarmpoutis together. And again, Skarmpoutis has one clear objective, cross court bounce. It's so clear to see. Was 1 minute remaining here on the clock. We have 4-3 for Greece. Many has some substitutions numbers in her hands, but I don't think she will make the substitution. Not right now. Now Hatsipanto on the left hand side ran over to the right hand side and threw down the line, but out. Oliveira now on the left hand side goes cross court and blocked by the legs of Skormputis, and Virjani just managed to recover it. Hadzipantu to the center. Macedo hands the ball over to Joao Mata on the right. Goes cross court, and Virjani lands on the ball with his arm. Skormputis with 30 seconds remaining with a bounce to the center, up in the air, but bounced, landed in front of him, and he passes the ball back to Oliveira on the left hand side. Goes out and just wide. 17 seconds remaining, I believe. 2, maybe 3 more shots in this game, in this half. Hadzipantu collects the ball on the right hand side, goes to the left hand side, shoots from center, cross court, and blocked out by Oliveira. 8 seconds remaining. I think we have one final throw here from Oliveira. Hands the ball to Joao Mata, who goes from left to right. 5 seconds remaining. Goes up in there and out. 0.4 seconds. No more throws this half, and we go into the second half. No, Hadzipantu wants to throw. With 0.4 seconds remaining, Hadzipantu wants to throw, leading by 1 goal, and I love the attitude. It doesn't matter what time, doesn't matter what score. I want one more goal. And Joao Mata, it's been a very intense game. You see all the players in Portugal are changing their jerseys. They've taken off their jerseys now and drying themselves with towels, and yeah, it looks they get brand new shirts now, and I think that's a very smart idea by the staff in Portugal, because they had huge issues in the first game today against Denmark. They were soaking wet and they were slippering and falling down, both teams, so very wise of them to bring a second set of jerseys into this game, dry themselves off, and then put the new jerseys on. Well, what are your predictions, ladies and gentlemen? I have quite a few of you watching the games with me, so just please let me know in the comments who are you cheering for and what are your predictions. Remember, Greece is leading 4-3, but they were down 1-3 in this game. Skormputis have scored 4 goals so far. Oliveira has scored 2, and Joao Mata has scored 1 goal so far this game. And we have only one more game after this for today, and that is Montenegro and Poland is gonna play the final game of the day today. One more minute here before the referee Balint Binko says let's play second half, and we have no substitutions. Well, we actually do have a substitution in Greece. It's Hadzipantu who goes out, and we have number 9 Kardakis who comes onto the court. Yes, number 9. And in Portugal, no substitutions, just new jerseys. Vasilis Stefanidis says 9-4 for Greece. Josh Murphy says go Greece. Ivailo Vatov says Pame Agoria. Don't know what that mean. And Katapina says we are waiting for the exciting second half and we are supporting Greece, of course. what will this mean for Greece now, not having Hatsipantu on the court? But Kordakis has scored quite a few goals, especially yesterday, and has the first throw of the game of the second half here from the left. Cross-court bounce, easy block by Macedo in center, and passes the ball to Joao Mata on the right hand side, and blocked by the legs of Kordakis. Collects the ball after just a little bit of miscommunication there. Fires down the line and blocked by Joao Mata. Oliveira runs into the middle, collects the ball, now fires from the right hand side and blocked by the legs of Bejani. Bejani passes the ball to Skamputis. Skamputis on the right hand side goes for a high bounce and blocked by Macedo. Macedo takes the shot himself from center with a high bounce, but goes blocked by Kordakis just by the sideline. Kordakis from the center, cross-court bounce, and a beautiful save by Macedo. I think to have Macedo move so far from side to side, you need to throw from the sideline cross-court. Not because if you throw cross-court from the center, he won't go as far towards the thrower. Then there you have Kordakis on the left hand side. Goes cross-court, blocked by Oliveira. And Oliveira now on the left hand side. Goes cross-court bounce with a very high bounce, but good blockers there by Kordakis, and Kordakis now goes up to the left hand side. You can see now that the Portuguese team has moved the focus from the right wing Skamputis to the left wing for Kordakis now, so the Kordakis has to work a lot in the defense so far in the second half. And Skamputis with the bounce from the right hand side to the center. Oliveira now on the left. Goes straight into the gap, and a beautiful execution there by Oliveira, and just a miscommunication there between Bejani and Skamputis, and a fantastic goal from Oliveira. Goes straight into the gap, and we have 4-4, and Oliveira's hat-trick is a fact. And we have wet floor, so the ref has called for an official timeout so that the goal judges can go in and mop the floors just to dry up some sweat. And we have 9:21 here remaining in the second half. It's a very tight game, 4-4, and I think that Portugal has taken the initiative a little bit in the game here in the second half. Kordakis just to the left of the back center, fires from center, cross court, but blocked by the upper body of Macedo. Oliveira from the left hand side goes down the line and wide. Kordakis collects the ball on the right hand side, goes to the center, and just like before, to the left of center, cross court bounce. Now Joao Mata on the right hand side goes down the line and blocked by the arms of Kordakis, who goes into the center again, and he throws from exactly the same spot to exactly the same spot over and over and over again. Oliveira from the left tries to find the gap again, but Skamputis now collects and fires from the right hand side. And Duarte BC says, what a goal from Fabio, and I couldn't agree more. It was a very beautiful goal from Oliveira, and just nothing to do for the Greek defense in that situation. Beautiful goal. 8:15 remaining. Kordakis with the ball on the left-hand side. A quick reply by Oliveira, by João Mata, and the ball sneaks its way back. And we talked about it with Pedro in the previous game for Portugal, that the teams that are playing against Portugal really need to have a heads up for the quick reply from João Mata. And the second goal for João Mata, and Portugal has turned it around. They were down 3-4, now they're leading 5-4. And Meni reacts immediately, takes out Kordakis and puts Hatsipantu back into the court. And I think that Hatsipantu has something to say about Greece not leading. It was a very good quick reply, and Kardakis wasn't back on position in time to stop the ball, and Hatsipantu goes to the left-hand side. First throw really says to Oliveira, "Hello, I'm back." Oliveira on the left-hand side goes further down the line, and Kordakis. So Kordakis is still on. So the substitution was actually Skomputis who went out, and Kordakis moved over to the right wing. And we have João Mata now on the right wing. Cross court bounce and blocked by Kordakis. Now Hatsipantu with the from center cross court, but blocked by Oliveira. Now Oliveira on the left-hand side goes for the gap, and there is a small gap between Kordakis and Bejani, where they both go with arms towards the. Oh, what a beautiful goal from Hatsipantu. I don't know if he has a magic hat on him or something. He just brings something from the magic hat out of nowhere. It's just unbelievable how good he is. And it's all equalized 5-5. 7 minutes and 8 seconds remaining here. And we have some mopping on the floor to dry the floors again. And a very, very exciting game. So difficult to know who is going to take the win in this game. For Greece, a draw is enough for them to secure the first spot. For Portugal, they need to win to be able to stay in the mix for the win. Oliveira on the left-hand side goes cross-court, but blocked by the legs of Bejani. Miscommunication there by Hatsipantu and Bejani, and then Hatsipantu from the left cross-court and blocked out by the arms of Oliveira. 6:52. Oliveira on the left-hand side meets João Mata on the center and goes out to the right. Goes to the gap, but blocked by Hatsipantu. Yeah, and they need to dry the floor a little bit again, and I think we're gonna see quite a few situations like this in this game also. It's very, very warm here in Lignano's Sabbiadoro. Vasilis Stefanidis says room room. That means that Hatsipanto is back on the court. Kordakis on the right hand side. Yeah, it was an official timeout, so it was a mistake from the table referee. So they had 10 fresh seconds, so it's not a 10 seconds team penalty, of course. So it was a mistake from the table. So 10 fresh seconds here for Kordakis on the right hand side. Goes cross court, blocked by the legs of Joao Mata. Oliveira collects the ball on the right hand side, sneaks over to the center, goes from center to the left and blocked by the legs of Kordakis. Now Hatsipanto goes to the right hand side to collect the ball. Now sneaks over to the left hand side, goes from the left to the gap, but blocked by Joao Mata, who laughs back at Hatsipanto with 6 minutes left, and with a venomous throw there, goes for the gap, but blocked by the feet of Hatsipanto, and Hatsipanto from the left hand side goes for the gap, and I don't think that he liked that laugh, so he wanted to punish him, but couldn't manage to put it past him into the goal. Yeah, and the ball is so wet with 5 minutes and 45 seconds here remaining on the clock. The referee Balint is drying the ball, and hopefully we have 1 or 2 throws with the ball not wet. And Dom Roper says our predictions are on all Atil Ivailo. I don't really understand that. Hatsipantu on the left hand side. Cross court bounce, and a very beautiful bounce, blocked there by the arm of Oliveira, who goes down the line, and a beautiful save there by the feet of and the ball goes back over after the block from Kardakis. And the timeout for Portugal. The second timeout here for Portugal with 5:27 remaining. We have a very, very tight game, and the result as it stands benefits Greece, because then they will be number 1 in the group and will play against the number 4 in Group B. We will try to do a very quick math summary for the groups between this game and the next, so we can talk about the conditions for tomorrow, so that all of you watching the game along with us know what we can wait for tomorrow. We have 4 games tomorrow. Joao Mata on the left hand side. So we have a short day, me and Pedro, so after the 4th game tomorrow you'll find us at the beach, hopefully with a cerveza in the hand. Hatsipantu from the right hand side goes to the left hand side, blocked by in the neck of time by the legs of Macedo after a beautiful effort there. Oliveira on the right hand side, very good effort there, but blocked by Kordakis. Kordakis from center to center, no worries at all for Macedo. Now Joao Mata on the right hand side with bounce, and a good blockage by Hatsipantu. Kordakis collects the ball on the left hand side, goes to the center, goes cross court, blocked out, or just was out. 4:40 remaining, 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Joao Mata on the right hand side goes cross court and blocked by Kordakis. Kordakis goes into the middle, hands the ball over to Hatsipantu, who goes to the left hand side. Cross court effort and blocked out by Oliveira. Oliveira on the left hand side goes down the line but blocked by Kordakis. Kordakis now on the right hand side. Cross court bounce blocked by Macedo. Now the ball is in the hand of Joao Mata. Joao Mata cross court and just out. And the timeout for Greece with 4 minutes and 1 second remaining here. Does Mene has a brilliant idea here for Hatsipantu to take advantage of? Or does Hatsipantu just say vroom vroom and does what he does best and score a goal without instructions? Let's see. And Dom Roper says predictions may come true still. I cannot type today, apologies. No worries, Dom. We are very glad that you're with us and interacting with us, especially now because I'm alone in this game. But I feel your presence through YouTube. Hatsipantu from the left hand side goes down into the gap, but blocked by Joao Mata. Oliveira takes the ball in the center, goes to the right hand side. Ooh, very close to a high ball there, but no, not called. Cross court effort by Hatsipantu, blocked by Oliveira. Oliveira on the left hand side goes into the middle. No, he fakes it, goes back to the left hand side. Cross court bounce, and Hatsipantu is very, very solid in the defense. Goes to the 3-meter line with a short run up. A different kind of throw this time. Macedo collects the ball and hands it over to Joao Mata, who goes cross court bounce and blocked out by Kordakis. 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here on the clock. 5-5. Mene has some substitution papers in her hands just to prepare a substitution perhaps and create an opportunity for her team. Oliveira on the left goes down the line and wide. It's a very brave goal judge there who goes down on the knee and collects the ball with her arms. Hatsipantu collects the ball on the right hand side, goes all the way over to the left hand side, touches the post from the sideline, finds the gap and finds the goal. What a beautiful goal from Hatsipantu with 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. The double hat trick for Hatsipantu, and 6-5 for Greece with 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining. Oliveira on the left. Straight to the center, Bejami. And Bejani passes the ball to Kordakis, who goes down the line and it passes Macedo, but a beautiful save by the Oliveira behind him. And Oliveira has a battle with Hatsipantu with a very beautiful throw. Just copy paste Hatsipantu and says, that's how it's done, and does the same. Scores. 2 minutes and 27 seconds remaining, and 6-6 is in this very, very exciting game. And I think the ref wants the floor to be wiped down and mopped, and you can see the jersey from the referee tells the entire story. Even the referees are sweaty. And now when Pedro is not commenting with me, he's behind me with a towel cooling me down. Nah, just kidding. He's not doing that, so I'm also sweating. Oliveira from the left hand side meets Joao Mata in center, hands him over the ball and goes out to the left hand side. Goes down the line, very beautiful save there by Kordakis, just by the sideline. Goes out to the post. Goes for the gap and almost finds the small gap there between Oliveira and Macedo. Up. And we have yet another goal from Oliveira, and this is the gap I talked about earlier, the gap between Kordakis and Bejani, because they both go with their arms inwards, and that could cause some problems because a small hit with his arm on his teammate, and it causes confusion. But Portugal has regained the lead here, and Oliveira says, I don't want to be worse than Hatsipantu. I also want to have 5 goals, so they have 5 goals each now. And 1 minute and 56 seconds remaining. And for many, I would think about the possibility of bringing in Skarmputis into the field of play to close the right wing, just like he did in the first half. Wow. Hatsipantu immediately responds from the left hand side, and we've talked about it earlier also that Macedo is very quick to the right hand side towards the thrower, and that's what happened now. Opened the gap between him and Oliveira, and 7-7. And I think Manny read my mind, because she does the substitution now, and Kordakis goes out and Skarmputis comes in, and just to close down the right wing, because they have a goal machine. He has scored 7 goals in this game, just edging out Oliveira. Oliveira has 5 goals so far. 1 minute and 46 seconds remaining here, and we have 7-7 in this very exciting game. Sorry, David Teixeira, but I don't understand what that means. Toma mais Grecia. Hatsipantu on the left hand side goes for the gap on the left pocket, but couldn't find it. Now Oliveira just draw, and we have a timeout for Portugal. They're third. They only have 1 more timeout in this game, and it's 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining in this half. 90 seconds. And will we have a winner in this game, or will we have a draw? I think both Oliveira and Hatsipantu want at least 1 more goal, and I don't think they are pleased with a draw. You could see that from Hatsipantu with 0.4 seconds remaining in the first half. He went for it, even though they were leading by just 1 goal. Oliveira has the ball on the left hand side, and remember, ladies and gentlemen, that he has a very few seconds. And the ball is wet. Could that be very tactical from Portugal to get 10 new fresh seconds, and he had the ball against his body, intentional or not. The ball is wet, so the referee took an official time to dry up the ball. And Joao Mata goes over to the left hand side and will fire from the left hand side this time. Goes for the gap, but blocked by Bejani. 1:23 remaining. Hatsipantu collects the ball on the left hand side, goes over to the left hand side. He goes from the right to the left, but blocked by Macedo. Macedo passes the ball back to Oliveira. Oliveira now from left goes for the gap and finds the beautiful pocket just between Hatsipantu and Bejani, and we have 8-7 for Portugal with 1:07 remaining, and goal number 6 for Oliveira. Hatsipantu from the right, just out for Hatsipantu from the right hand side this time. We will have some dry mopping off the floor again with 1 minute and 3 seconds remaining here on the clock, and it's a fight just going back and forth, and it's a fight between two players, Oliveira and Hatsipantu, and just goes past, but Skromputis has been a wall the entire game, but I think it's difficult to stand against a big thrower like Oliveira, who pushes him to the post in, to the post in all the time. Oliveira has been excellent in this game. He has had some hiccups in the defense, but other than that, his offense has been exceptional. Joao Mata on the right hand side. Just wide, and 56 seconds remaining here. Skromputis from right to left. Goes for a bounce, blocked by the legs of Macedo. Joao Mata from right cross court, blocked by the legs of Skromputis. Timeout Greece, the third one for Greece, with 38 seconds remaining. I think we're going to see a couple of timeouts now. They have one timeout each after this one to try to affect the game in some way. And Portugal is leading 8-7. Vamos equipa defesa, says Duarte Sosa. Don't know Portuguese, but that means come on team, defense, I think. Now Hatsipantu on the left hand side. Goes down the line, just blocked out by Joao Malta, who yells out his enjoyment of that save and points at the court and probably says, "This is my house." Joao Mata goes cross court and a high ball, but no, not called. Now Hatsipantu. And a substitution again from Greece, and just to give Hatsipantu an opportunity to throw. And if I were Greece now, I would go from the right hand side with a dummy run first, and then go from the right hand side into the pocket between Oliveira and Macedo. There is a small gap that Hatsipantu could use. 22.4 seconds remaining. I think we will have at least one more throw after this one from Greece. Hatsipantu left, and a long ball from Hatsipantu, and it was clear. Very stressed on that situation. And Marcia Ferreira. And the penalty is declined with 19 seconds remaining. Ooh, that's kind of risky, but Oliveira takes his time. But it doesn't matter because they still get the goal and leading by 9 goals to 7. And Oliveira has also scored 7 goals in this game, exactly the same as Hatsipantu. And it was 10.3 seconds, so they will get a 10 seconds penalty for sure. Yeah, 1.2 seconds, some kind of miscommunication there. 1.2, so they will just keep the ball. And they won. And congratulations, Portugal, after that beautiful, beautiful win. Well deserved. MVP for sure. Oliveira, yes, he had some hiccups in the defense, but he's the man who brought this team back into the fight again and again and again and again. But beautiful, very beautiful game there from both teams, and it was interesting to see the first time in this tournament we see Greece chasing and coming to get the lead again. So congratulations Portugal for the win, and you can just hold your heads up high, Greece, because you did fantastically. Well, thank you very much all of you, and see you in just about 15 minutes for the final game of the day.